Hello and welcome everybody, I am Bavarian and today we're going to be talking about a mod that I overlooked, and while it has gained a more than respectable audience on the Steam Workshop, I suspect that there are a number of people out there that looked at it the same way that I did. I saw it ages ago, Lord of the Kings. My immediate reaction was, nice meme, I get it, and I went on with my day, assuming that this was merely a mod introducing classic fantasy races into CK3, primarily of course inspired by Lord of the Rings, hence the name. However, there's much more under the hood than you might think, and the mod is without a doubt worth your time. Before we get into it, I would also like to encourage you to join the mod's Discord, as feedback is one of the major alleys to make mods even better. The link is as always in the description. So what is this mod all about if it's not just a discount Lord of the Rings? In Lord of the Kings, you are indeed facing many familiar fantasy races. Elves, dwarves, halflings, orcs, dark elves and ogres. They are all present, and as you can see, they are all beautifully modeled. However, it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there at all. While many of the classic fantasy races grace the map with their existence, we also have many less famous or properly unique races owning some land. Valken, tieflings, merkin, catkin, tigers, mice, monkeys, wolfkin, goblin, fae, kraken, sea monkeys, catfish, crocs, draken, slitherkin, madlats, and believe it or not, even the Saxons made it in. Crispy Jones, the lead modder behind this project, has also poured hours of work into the designs of the races in the actual Lord of the Rings Realm and Exile mod, so if one thing is certain, then that there's only more excellence to come. However, this mod is not just throwing beautiful models at you. It also has a number of unique cultural innovations that will make each culture feel unique, as they will have access to wildly different men-at-arms. Your armies may be made up of demons, mechs, robots, wolf riders, moon maidens, elven honor guards, warg riders, or even wraiths and centaurs. There's a huge variety that you can enjoy and build your army with. There's also a magic system, although this one is one of the mod's weaker points compared to some other mods out there, as it functions via decisions instead of a unique interface. But it functions perfectly fine and opens up further alleys that otherwise would not be available. You can glance into the Black Book and from there gain abilities that some might consider unnatural. Whether it is becoming a lich, healing your wounds, reanimating the dead, summoning a demon, or turning someone else into a lesser lich. You can achieve it in this mod's magic system. Now, all of this is nice and good, but what is the world all about? Why are there these weird creatures running around and all over the world? Lore-wise, there is a lot to go around, and many things that I don't need to mention because they are introduced to you in flavor text as well as the bookmark starting screens, so you can just check some regional stories right in-game. When it comes to the basic world design, everything started with the creator, the Elder, that decided to create the world and populate it with beasts. During creation, the Elder also created the sentient beast races, so that they may be the caretakers of their more primitive cousins. On top of this hierarchy, the Elder created the original old elves and trusted with the world. As creation was an incredibly taxing undertaking, the Elder split into three aspects, also all equipped with godhood: the light, the dark, and the natural world. All of these effectively make up the split that can be found throughout the world in its beast races and of course in its religions. Later on, the original elves also split. The Ladari stay loyal to the light while the Shadari are attuned to darkness. The Woodari, on the other hand, are primarily focused on securing and protecting nature within their territories. Between all of this, you will find agents of chaos, servants of the grand dragons of the land and sea, and people that, well, simply want to see the world burn. The lore itself gives a framework that allows you to roleplay and find natural allies, neutrals and enemies, but positively never takes itself too seriously. It depends entirely on you when it comes to where you want to lead your people in your playthrough. Here are some highlights of some of the races in the world to get you acquainted with them and their lore. The Valken are the embodiment of light, whereas the Forsaken are the embodiment of darkness, both perfectly capturing their respective aspect of the Elder. In between them are the Fae, the embodiment of nature. Many of the now existing peoples in the world stem from these true-to-form races and of course are also aligned to them. On the other hand, the Gnomes and Halflings have both strayed far from the connection to their Elder and its three aspects, although in different ways. Gnomes value nothing more than their intelligence, and while they acknowledge religion, they primarily believe that working with their gigantic brain power is the purpose. The Halflings, on the other hand, have also largely turned indifferent to faith, but believe that stagnation and contentment are positive things that they strive for by, well, not striving for much at all. The dwarves, on the other hand, believe in Archeron, the first Forge Master that they believe to be the creator of all gems of the earth. It is only logical, of course, that they must harvest and idolize Archeron's work. All of it. Last but not least, I talked about the elves as caretakers and a certain level of attunement to one of the three aspects of the Elder, but it is also said that should an elf carry all three major bloodlines in them, the lines of the Ledari, the Shadari and the Woodari, they may become a true elf, a being that mirrors the elves of old, the original and ancestral keepers of the world. Notable is also, without a doubt, High King Wulfric of the Fist of the First Men, a truly nature-oriented force that attempts to preserve things in their natural state. The only creatures on this map without a direct and fairly certain alignment to one of the three aspects of the Elder are the humans that are scattered all over the map. They have the freedom of choosing who they want to be, what they want to worship, and what their meaning in life is. Of course, some of these humans have already chosen or were simply pulled into a certain belief system based on the supernatural races around them. They are the most flexible and adventurous race of the world that might even bring a new age to the world that none of the races that are bound to their natural alignment could even dream of. Additionally, you can also pair the fantasy races to find new beings. Dark elves and dwarves, for example, result into dark dwarves, but other possibilities also exist, such as dwelfs, dwarks, and elkins. This is not just a discount Lord of the Rings, this is an entirely supernatural and magical experience in Crusader Kings 3 with beautiful assets, comfy world building that values variety and doesn't take itself too seriously. If you want to play this mod, I would in particular recommend playing in Western Europe at the moment. While many other regions have already received some of the races that will play a role in that area, Western Europe is the most complete one. You can find various actors vying for power all over the map. They come with unique faiths, tenets, decisions and doctrines. I trust that this mod will only have more to offer going forward, but it is already beautiful and quite polished as is. Go check out the mod, I know I will in an upcoming playthrough. Make sure to also join the mod's Discord so that you can see future plans and give feedback. The links for the Steam Workshop, the Discord and the Paradox Plaza Workshop are all in the description. And at this point, of course, as always, I would like to thank the members of the channel that are making videos such as this one possible. Thank you, dear Barons, dear Counts, and of course, dear Dukes. You are all absolutely gorgeous and highly intelligent, for you are subscribed to the channel. I would like to thank you, and again, I also want to stress that I would like to pick up the CK3 multiplayer torch yet again. We already did that, of course, at the end of December. If you are a channel member, especially, of course, because this is part of your privileges, if you're a Count or a Duke, then let me know on Discord if you want to play, and I will plan that in. I am looking into getting one game per week going where I of course participate, where I stream, and where we can just hang around and have a good time, because it definitely was a really good experience at the end of 2020. Now, with all that being said, go check out the mod. It is absolutely gorgeous and there is only more to come, of course. For the moment, I will see you later, alligator.